him on. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and especially Ryan. Now, this evaluation today is meaningful to me and meaningful to you because this touched on something that I abhor. Buying a car. I agree, this is one of the most difficult experiences that we have in our life. I intend to evaluate Ryan's speech today from 3 areas, and that is the triple E method. What I heard, my ears, what I saw, my eyes, and what I felt, the emotional appeal. To begin with, Ryan started off with a question, and this is one of the 8 ways to get our attention right away, is to ask a question. And he asked a pertinent question. That is, what do you think is one of the most difficult things to buy? And then he answered that question by saying an automobile, and I couldn't have agreed more. Because that time where he said, you know, the 6 hours, been there, done that. So you opened with a question, but another strong thing that I heard was humor. You had some humor in there. I think you could have sprinkled it in a little bit more. And the way to do that, I feel, would have been to personalize this. In other words, for you to say, I am going to tell you about my experience with buying a car. Personalize it to where we know that this is something that you have actually gone through. I felt that you had great information, but I didn't feel that it was as personal because you didn't state that it was personal. So I think that could have helped a little bit there. Now what I saw that you used positioning. In other words, you were talking about one topic and you stood here and then you mentioned another thing and you moved over to here. I think you could have done that more in this speech and it would have made it stronger. But that was a good job when you did that. Now I noticed you had a habit with your hands where you would go like this. And I thought at first that that was a good thing because you were talking about, I'm going to talk about this point and I'm going to talk about this point, and that emphasizes it to us. But you just kept doing this through the speech, and so that could have been done just a little bit better. Okay, finally, the appeal. I felt a connection to this speech because, as I've already said, been there, done that, and had to walk out because they weren't listening. But I didn't feel the deep, deep connection that I possibly could have. So in conclusion, what are we looking at here? We're looking at positioning as a good thing. Use the stage. Use humor. Make sure you don't have a habit that's not productive. Madam Toastmaster.